Last week at Conneaut Lake Park, we planted more flower beds in front of the miniature train by the Blue Streak and also around the Tilt-a-Whirl. I also painted some of the wooden fences around the Tilt-a-Whirl, Paratrooper, and the flying scooters, painting mostly the interior parts of these rides, fences, because I would later in the fall, in October and November, organize several large volunteer paintings and landscaping projects where more people came out, and we actually did the outsides of the fences and also a lot of landscaping around the park. During the previous year, while I was saving up paint from some of my customers' houses to use on Conneaut Lake, I actually painted my mother's Victorian home in Brackenridge. Her and my stepfather actually removed a lot of the gingerbread and woodwork that was on the house originally, just to make it easier to maintain so they wouldn't have to paint it all the time every several years. And so I had them save some of that woodwork. Here I am holding one of the corbels there. These beautiful wood corbels are over 100 years old, and I was going to use this to make some patterns. I actually did make some patterns and trace some of these so that I was able to put together some wooden ones. I wanted to make several of these and actually install them around some of the smaller buildings, restrooms, and other small areas around the park.
Not low. Taking that video.
Next, it was time to start painting some of the fences around the rides up by the front entrance. Now, normally we would scrape and wire brush to prep the wood, and then we would go ahead and prime those areas with a primer before following over that with 2 full coats of top quality paint, usually Sherwin-Williams. Lenny Adams from Adams Amusements actually had some white barn paint from Home Depot that he was using around a lot of the fencing throughout the park. So he assured me this would stay on very well, and we put that on instead. The barn paint was supposed to be self-priming, so we weren't really supposed to need a primer. So that's why we took a chance and went ahead with the paint that Lenny was recommending. Most of the inside of the Paratrooper fence is done. Now it's time to stop what I'm doing, just kind of walk around and see how everything looks so far. For the Tilt-a-Whirl, I actually painted the outside of the fence first. That way we could do the landscaping all the way around the ride. Here I have everything staged around the ride. Cypress mulch, landscape fabric, and the flowers. And here I am cutting holes in the landscape fabric and using a garden spade to plant the individual impatiens from the flats of flowers that we have staged around the ride. Then I spread mulch around each planting as I go. Well, that's about it for this week's restoration visit. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.